Okay, let me share my screen, and in this session also we are going to understand one interesting part, okay, about the Windows function. So before we understand this function, okay, I'll go with the scenario, and that will help you to understand what is the problem definition. If you understand the problem, then solutions, we can have the multiple ways for that solutions, right? So I'll create one scenario here, okay. So let's create one table, create table, let's say in hospital data, okay, hospital data. And here's I'm adding some details about the patient ID. Let's say this is integer and this is identity. Identity column. Okay, so I don't have to pass anything for this. Okay, then patient name. Let's say it's a varchar. Print it. Okay, I have to add admission date for this patient. That will be my date time. Discharge date, let's say. Again, that will be a date time. Okay, and let's add total bill. Total bill amount. Okay, and that's I'm keeping as integer. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, now I will do a select star from hospital data. Sorry, I will get nothing, right? Now I have to add some data here. Okay, so
yeah,
I'll tell you the one scenario, right? So last you heard about, right? My mother was admitted in the hospital, right? So on the 22nd, 23rd August, and she was admitted for 3 days, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Okay. 26th, she is at home, but she again not feeling well. So we are admitted to the another hospital on 27th. So 27, 28, 29. Let's say 3 days she was in another hospital on the August. Okay. And this she was in Jayashri hospital. And 25th she was at my hometown hospital, that is, let's say Kadam hospital. Okay, so I'm going to add this data. Okay, just so I will add here data, insert into hospital
data.
Correct, and I'm passing this patient name here, admission date, and discharge date, and total bill amount. Okay, I'm adding the values for this. So let's say I'm adding my mother name, Jaya Pawar. I want to add a date. Okay, let's say select get date. Okay, you will get this current date. Okay, I just want format of that date, so I'm just taking from here. I will just copy paste here. Okay, so this will be my date. Okay, admission date, and then discharge date. Again, I'm putting the same, and let's say my bill amount is almost around 18,000.
After that, we can alter however we want, right, sir? Like
yes,
once
yes.
we do select get date, we can change it however we want.
Yes, correct. So I just want to format. Okay, that's how it is. So now instead of N9, I will put this as 8, right? And my date is 23, right? So I'll put here. For this, I can keep this a 000, or this is just time, right? So I'm keeping this as it is. Okay, and then 8. Let's say I'm adding this instead of 23. I'm adding this as a 25.
25.
Okay. Okay, and I'm inserting this record. Okay, copy. Then I'm adding, let's say three more patients. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's say here I'm adding let's say let's say Kishore.
I was thinking about our names. So,
No.
yeah.
That's fine. Let's say that's okay. Let's say
Mm,
Kishore Patil I'm adding, and then let's say
mm,
I'm adding one more patient here, Amit. So
mm.
Amit Chavan. Okay, and let's say for this patient, so we'll add the joining date as 24, and let's.
I'm so sorry.
No problem.
You just said joining date. Yes.
Initially, I was
Mm.
thinking to add you as well because you was unwell last week.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's fine. We want to keep ourselves healthy.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm adding this bill as a 40,000. Okay. For Amit Sawan, let's say Amit is admitted on, let's say on 27 August,
Mm.
and let's say he got discharged on 28 August.
For one day, 40,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm inserting
Mm.
him as well, and two records are admitted. Okay. Now let's say uh, this is hospital data. Okay. Now just imagine this is not specific to one hospital. Okay. So let's say this
Mhm.
is centralized data because in
Yeah.
my scenario, I explained that my mother is admitted in this hospital and then admitted to another hospital. So just
Mm.
treat this as a, so, centralized data. Let's say no
Mm.
matter I'm admitted to this hotel or this hospital or this hospital. Let's say this is centralized data used by the insurance company. Okay.
Okay. Mm.
So now I'm adding for my mother one more entry again. So let's say she
Mm.
admitted again on 27, right?
Okay.
27 and got discharged on 29. And in that, when my bill was around 60,000. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
So I'm inserting this. Okay. Now let's say Amit Sawan is again admitted on, let's say, 9th of September on 3rd. Okay. And he got discharged on 5th of September.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we are ready with the data. So let's start from this. Now you can see that this is the Chayabar. Okay. She admitted on
Mm.
this date, 23rd August, discharged 25th August. Kishore Patil admitted on 24th August and discharged years. Okay. Then Amit Chavan admitted. Then Chayabar again admitted, right, on 27th
Mm.
27th of August and discharge on this. And
Mm.
Amit Chavan is again admitted on, let's say, 3rd September. Now, okay.
Mm.
So from this data, okay, this was the interview questions, okay, that was asked me, okay, in
Mm.
EPAM
Mm.
company. This was the interview questions that asked me. Now, looking at the data, tell me
Mm.
the patient names, those get admitted again within 30 days.
Tell me the
Patient names, those get admitted again within 30 days.
within the 30 days.
Yeah, means
Um, Chaya Pawar and Amit.
right,
Yeah.
because they got admitted because within
Yeah.
30 days, right? So now,
Yeah.
let's say for Kishore, I will add one more entry.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say I'm adding this entry, but in this times he was admitted in June actually.
June. Okay.
So I'm adding this entry, and now tell me.
It will be same, sir.
Right, correct. And that's what I want you to understand, right? So
Yeah.
even though Kishore is admitted 2 times, but there's gap between his
Yeah.
admission discharge date
Mm.
is more than 2 months. So he will not
Mm.
come into the picture, right? Because we want the patients, right? Those get
Mm.
admitted within 30 days, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
get uh, list of patients, those get admitted within 30 days. Now you tell me how you'll identify how you identify this, not technically. Technically, I will help you with the SQL functions, how we
Yeah.
can use the functions, but how you identified functionally on this, that how you, it's very easy, right? So based on the
Hmm.
discharge date and the next joining date, admission date,
Yeah.
you figure out the difference, right? So if that
It's
difference is,
all within 1 month only.
yeah, if the difference is within 30 days, that means that
Yeah.
that patient get admitted within the 30 days. Okay,
Yeah.
now we are
Yeah.
going to understand. Now you understand the problem,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Now we are going to understand. Okay, so first thing what we can do here, select star from, okay, we have already
Hmm.
data, right? So simply, at least we can sort the data based on the patient name, right? And then
Mhm.
admission
Yes.
date first, right?
Yeah.
That we can do here, right? So let's
Mhm.
say order by patient name first, and
Hmm.
then admission date,
Admission date.
ascending, ascending, right? So now I'll get some meaningful data. Now I got the Amit, then I got the Chava, then I
Hmm.
got the Kishore. Now it's easy for me for the calculations, right? Now I can
Hmm.
go and easily I can find out the let's say for admission date is this and this, and then discharge date is this and this. Obviously always this discharge, this admission date will be always less than greater than the discharge
Yeah.
date of previous, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Now, okay, so now my requirement is here, right? I want to, in
Mm.
this row, I have to check, right? So here is the scope to find out that if this entry, if the entry is coming second times, I have to check the discharge date of the first entry, previous entry,
Hmm. Hmm.
simply.
Hmm.
So here,
Hmm.
what is my requirement is that I want, here is, I want a previous discharge date, right? For
Hmm.
this
Hmm.
current row, for this current row, I want to calculate for this difference between the previous row and
Yeah. Yeah.
the my current row. Okay, so
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
requirement is to get the value from the previous row.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
so now how I can get that? So for that, now for this, to solve this problem in SQL, there are the two functions. Okay, so lead
Hmm.
and lag. So
Okay.
lag will help me to get the previous row value, and the lead will help me to get the next level,
Correct.
next row value. Okay,
Hmm.
so now
Okay.
we'll go and understand this, how it's work. Okay, and
Hmm.
that will help you to solve your problem. Okay, so this is my
Hmm.
select star from, this is my all data. Here's what I'm doing, lead and lag functions that I'm using. Lead is the functions, Windows function, again you have to use as over. Okay,
Hmm.
so what I'm giving here, or order
Order
by,
by.
order by, what will be my order?
Order by
Admission date,
admission date. Oh. Yeah.
right? And I have to give the column name here, right? For that admission lead. Which value I want? I want admission date, right?
Admission date.
I
Yeah.
want what is the value that I want from the previous value I want is the discharge date. Sorry, discharge date is what I want,
Hmm.
right? So discharge dates I'm putting here,
Okay.
okay, and I'm
Okay.
calling this over order by admissions, and I'm calling this as
Hmm.
previous discharge date.
Hmm.
Okay, so instead of lead, I'm using first lag, okay, because I want a previous value, right? So I'm calling this
Hmm.
as a lag. Now let me run this only just to understand for you. Now you can see that, I mean, okay. So what happened is that I have to go with the partition as well, right? Because it's a patient data, right? So it is
Yeah.
confusing data, right? So I have to go with partition as well.
Yeah.
Partition by
Partition. Patient
patient,
name.
right?
Yeah, because the discharge date and
Yes,
admission date are for like per person.
per person, correct. So you have to do partition by patient. Now I will get the correct data, right? Now you can see
Mhm.
that this is Amit Chavan. This is the data for Chaya Power, and this is for the Kishore. Now, okay. So now tell me,
Mm.
in this Chaya Power case, right? For this row, I got the previous row value, right? So this is my next admission for Chaya Power. So I got this discharge date as a previous date. So I got
Yeah.
this date here, right, as a previous discharge date. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I can do the difference between this date minus this date, and I will get the count total days. right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. But now tell me why for this records I got the null.
Because there is no previous
Exactly.
discharge date.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Good catch, good catch. That's what I want you to understand. So always for the first row, I will get the null value because this is the first row. So there is no any previous record for this, right? So definitely I will get the null here, right? Now,
Yeah.
now it's easy for me, right? Now I can go ahead
Mm.
and if just simply I have to do, what I have to do is that, uh, here,
Admission date minus previous.
exactly. So
Yeah.
one more thing is that now I have to remove these first records, right? That is not
Null value.
doesn't make any sense for me, right? So I have to remove
Mm-hmm.
this date. So what I can do, where
Null is something.
this is what my right. So if I go here
Yeah.
and I will write here, I have to use all this function actually. Where is not
Is
null,
null. Is
not
not
null,
null.
right? Order by I have to put last. That's why I'm getting here. Windows functions can only appear in the select or order by. Okay, Windows functions can only appear in the select. Okay, so that means it's not working in the where
Yeah,
conditions. Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, no problem. Okay, let's do one thing. Okay,
Yeah.
correct syntax. Okay, this is what I got. Okay, now let's say order by patient name and okay, so that's fine. Okay, so how we what we'll do, just forget about this first row, that's not a
Yeah, yeah,
problem. So
yeah.
there's some temp tables that we can create a temp tables, we can add this data in the temp tables and then we can delete. Okay, that is we'll understand later actually,
Mm.
that's not a problem. So let's say what we'll do, we'll try to uh, do the subtractions, right? So from the admission date and the
Yeah.
previous dates, I will find the
Mm.
count. Okay, and I will add this count here. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's say this is my admission date,
Late. Yeah.
this is my admission date, and from that admission date I want to minus admission date along with
Previous discharge date.
so how I can calculate this previous discharge date using this function, right? So I will add
Mm-hmm.
here this, from this I will
Okay.
get the same value,
Got it.
this.
Mm.
Okay, now I have to handle the is null. If is null is there, I have to mark this as a 0, right?
Okay. Mm.
Or otherwise, let's say how it's working. No problem. Okay, and I will call this as difference between admission.
Yeah.
Difference between admission in days,
Mm.
right? And if I execute this, okay. So there's one problem actually. What is the problem? Why we are getting this like this? Because what we
Mm.
are doing is that this is my admission date,
Mm.
admission date, and here is my
Yeah.
date. So we are trying to subset between this date and this date actually. So actually what we want day, right? Number of days. So based on that
Yeah.
days I want to find out, right? So how we can
Mm.
do that? So instead of uh,
It's
instead of this date actually I will find out the day only from this.
day.
Okay, day, I will find out the day from this. Okay, and based
Mm-hmm.
on that I will do. Okay, so instead of this admission day, I will find out the day from this. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there is function for this. Okay, so date
Mm.
part is the function. Okay, so
Okay.
let's say I will show you first how it's work. Get date. Okay, so this is my date, right? I got this date. Now out of that, I just want, let's say, um,
Only the date part.
date part. Okay, so how I
Yeah.
can get that date part?
Date part.
Okay, and here's interval is my interval is in day, right? So I want day, and let's say I'm giving this get date as a function here, passing this. I will get this. I'm passing day.
Date parameter is specified.
Invalid parameters for this date part. Okay, so this let's say date and date time d. I think something is, I have to pass like this d or something. Let's say there are two more functions actually to get a date part and dates. Okay, let's say I'm using this function to get. Okay, this perfect. I'm getting the day, right? That from this date part, I'm getting the day, right? So I will use these
Yeah.
functions right now. Okay, so here I'm passing this as a day. Okay, and let's say, sorry, date part I have to remove. I'll keep this as it is. Okay, so just for understanding purpose, I'll keep this as it is, so you'll understand actually what is the problem with this. Okay, I'll add one more row here, so now you'll get this. Got it? So from this day, I will find the admission date here, and from this also, again I will go here and I will do a day, right, from this previous date. And I will call, I will remove this in days here. I will in days is this function will give me in days difference. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Now there is one problem actually, okay, that I will tell you. But let's execute this first and see what I'm getting. Sounds good. I got the 2. Okay.
Yeah.
And that I got the expected results for this 2.
Yeah.
I got for Kishore also, I got the expected results, but something, this is 6 and this, that I will tell you what is the problem here. Okay. Don't worry. And for this, Amit, again, what happened? 8 and it's, what is the problem here? That is also I will tell you. Actually, the data is as per our requirement, and this what is the problem is that we are getting the day in that month, right? Actually, we are getting the day in that month only. Here's the problem is that we got this 28 and 28 minus 3. So where it is for September actually. So it is for September actually. So that's why we are not getting from this. Okay. You got it? That is the problem here. Okay. So how we can solve this problem? I will tell you one more functions, right? So I will add here, let's say date difference function, and here's I'm giving the interval for date difference. I want
So
in it.
1 second.
Yeah.
Somebody is on.
Yeah, no problem. Take.
Can I 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
For date difference, you can get here dates.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Start date and end date. It's okay. That's fine. Okay, so date difference is functions. Okay, so I'm using this date difference, and here I'm passing the interval, that my interval, what interval that I want in a day. Okay, let's say I want in a days, and then my starting date is, let's say, get date, and my end date is, let's say, get date -3. Okay, that interval I can pass in a day, let's say. That's a problem. D. Yeah, okay, hopefully it will work. In day, if I ask for day, okay, sounds good. Did you get that, what I did? Day, okay, let's say now you are understanding the date functions as well. Okay, so
Mhm.
not to worry about that. I'll explain you in detail, don't worry.
Yeah.
-3. What happened? -3, and then date difference. Okay, now I'll tell you what we are doing here. Okay, so this get dates, I'm getting current date. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
calling this as current date. Day, I'm getting day out of day name. Okay, day name
Hmm.
out of date.
Okay.
Get date -3 means I'm getting get date means, let's say, today is what, 20, and I'm getting the 17, so it will go -3 days. Okay, so
Okay.
-3 means I'm getting previous day.
But
Previous
why
day.
-3, sir, here?
Just to explain you the things, because we have to find the difference, right? My current day and previous day, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just explaining you the one simple example how it works actually. So this is my previous days,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now what I did, date difference for day and the get date. That means this is my current date and 3 days before, right? So get date, how I can get the get date? So get date -3. So I added get date -3 here. Got
Yeah.
it? So that's
Got.
why,
Yeah.
so if I execute this, I'm getting this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
right? So I'm getting 20
Yeah.
minus, uh,
Hmm.
start date is my 20, and
17 -3. It's correct, sir. Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. Like
Hmm.
20 -17, right?
Yeah, 20 -17.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting 3. Got it?
But do we have to mention the previous date? Why did we not mention 17 here? So like
Where?
the
Where?
-3 I didn't understand. The everything I understood, -3 I didn't understand. Here in get date -3, previous day.
Yeah, you can see that it's -3, right?
Yeah, but here we know, right? So in general, how do we write it? Like,
Let's see, wait. Let's see.
yeah.
Let's see. I'm removing this and adding here. Okay. Now let's see what happened. Okay. Now I got the 3, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So day difference is that, date difference is working like that. It's a start times and the end times actually, as per my understanding. Date difference. Okay, you can see that.
Hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
doing date difference and just open the bracket and you'll find the parameters, right? So it's saying yours start date times and then end date times. Okay, so my start
Mm.
date times. Okay, so for that I will check. Actually, I'm a bit confused here because see, because I'm
Mm.
putting my start date as a 20 and then I'm putting my end date as a end date as my -3, right? So I want a difference is like that. It should give me a start date is always my higher date, right?
Hmm.
And end date is always my minus. So I will check on this part. Okay, why I'm getting these results. Okay, but actually I expecting that I should get uh, 3. 20 minus 17, I should get 3. That is what I'm also expecting. I'll check on this part, okay, why I'm getting this here. Okay, right now let's go with this approach, no problem.
But
Okay.
that's what we want to know, right? So, like, what's the difference between like the current date and the previous date? We know
Yeah.
like 20 minus 17 is minus like 3, we got to know.
Yeah, 3
Why
we
are we
want.
writing in the like code? Why are we writing it there like minus 3? The result only we are writing there.
Yeah, why I'm writing here is that I'm just
Ah,
putting the shortcut, okay, because I want a minus 3 dates. I can put here hard coded as well, right? So let's
okay.
say I can put this here get date minus 3, still it will work. Why I'm putting minus 3? Because just this is the shortcut, right? So get date minus 3, I will get the 3 days before. If I put minus 4, I will get the some date. Just for POC purpose, I'm adding here, okay? So I can put
Okay.
this date as well, actually. That's not good. Let's say I'm putting minus 18
Okay.
here,
Okay.
minus 18 here, and
So
that's
instead of that minus 4 or something, we can put our dates if
yeah,
we
yes,
have
yes.
a date,
Yes, yes,
like data.
yes, yes. I added this date as well. Okay, just to
Yeah.
not have that confusion. Okay, now I have added 18 years. Okay, now you can see that the difference between the get date is my 20 date, right? 20 minus what I added here, 18. So
Yeah,
difference
yeah.
between 18 and 20 is 2, right? But I'm not
2,
sure
yeah.
why I'm getting the minus 2 years. I will check on that part. Okay, later. But for now, just understand the date difference functions will give me the difference between the 2 days, 2 dates, not a day. So here problem with this day is that because of the month, it's creating the problem, right? Because of that, in a days in 1 month there are the in 1 month there are the 30 days, let's say. Okay, but why we're getting this issue minus 2 minus 25, right? Because for this Amit Chavan, this is in August, and then he joined in the September actually. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why the day for this is 28. 28 minus how it's did 3 minus 28, and we got the minus 25. But this is not what we want, right? What we want based on the date difference actually. Maybe even for this person actually it is in June and then it is in August. So I want 60 days difference. So
Mm.
this day logic is not working for us, right? So that's why we are
But
going.
here, why is it taking minus 25 is like when you do 3 minus 28, like the bigger number is 28. So it's taking minus sign, like the bigger sign minus 25.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Actually, something mess up
Yeah.
with maybe my machine. Actually, not sure, because even
Mm-hmm.
here also we are getting the minus 2, right? So I will check on
Mm-hmm.
that part. So why it's mess up with that actually? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now for this date difference, instead of date difference, we will go with a date difference function instead of this. Okay. So I'm heading here. Let's say date difference, and now date difference is for this is my admission date.
Admission date. Yeah.
And
Admission date minus previous
no, the syntax is
discharge
different
date.
day,
Yeah.
and then admission date. This is my admission date, and this is my discharge date, previous discharge date,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And then order by admission date. So I have to remove this day. Okay, got it.
Mm.
So this is for date difference functions. This is my bracket. I have to pass the 3 parameter that what in which you want a date difference. So I want date
Mhm.
difference in a days. Then I'm passing my start date as my admission date, and end date is my what discharge date. That's I'm passing here.
Discharge
Okay,
date. Yeah.
right.
Mm.
And now if I go, I should get the expected results. Yeah, it's okay if I'm getting in minus, but still
Minus,
that's
yeah.
fine because I'm getting in expected results now, right? So this there is a difference between this is 6, right? Now you can
Mm.
see that for Amit Sawan, he discharged on 28 August, and then he admitted again on the 3rd of September. So there is a difference of
Right.
6
So,
days.
yeah.
For Chayapur, there
Mm.
is a difference of 2 days, and for this Kisho, there is difference of 60 days, so it will not come, right? So now
Yeah.
I got these results, right? So
Mhm.
uh, let's say this is the results I got. Okay, now
Hmm.
I'll tell you what is the problem here is why we are getting the date difference minus. So here you can see in a date difference you have to give interval and then start time and end times. But Suma, now can you understand the problem? I'm giving the start date and then I'm giving the end date, right?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
my start date is always a higher side, right? And my
Yeah.
end date is always my lower side because this is
Yeah.
previous date. So
Hmm.
when I'm doing mm, s- s-
Difference between.
yeah, I got it. But the start date is something like that. I have to put this as a discharge date of previous, right? Because that will be my
Hmm.
start date because I have to find out the dates, find out, I have to find out the when I have to find out the difference. Okay, so I have to give the start date as my previous date and my
Okay.
admission date will be my end date. Got it?
Got it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's say today is the 20th August, right? Sorry, 20 September, and I have to find the difference between 20 August and 25 August. So my start date
Hmm.
will always be my 20 August, right? 20 September.
That's what, while doing date difference, your previous date, it cannot be greater than the current date.
Yeah, right now, but yeah, that is correct.
But in our case, the previous date here in 28, it is like greater than 3rd of
N- No, no,
September.
no, it is
Yeah.
August, no, it's August. It's 28
Yeah, yeah.
August.
August and September. Yeah.
Yeah, September. So this date is always higher side, right? Because once you
Yeah.
get the discharge, after few days you are getting admitted, right? So your
But
admission date
we
is
are not taking the dates, right? So, like, we are taking the part of it.
no, no, no. We are taking the date
No?
now. There is
Date
problem with the
only.
day. There is problem with the day, na. That's why we are
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
incorrect data. That's why we are
Mm-hmm.
taking date part now. We are trying to find the date difference. The date difference
Okay.
functions will give you the difference between two dates. No matter it's
Two
even
dates.
if you go for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
previous year, even if you go for previous year, it will
Mm-hmm.
give the difference of 360
Got
days
it.
or whatever. Okay, so that's why you
Yeah.
were using the date difference. And now problem is that here why we are getting the minus, because my start date is, let's say my
Mm-hmm.
start date is let's say for chap hour, right? So my start date is 27 August and this is my end date is my 25. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
getting in minus. Actually my start date should be always lesser side and then end date will
Discharge
be at the
date.
higher side, right?
Hmm.
So simply what we'll do here, let's say I will copy this. I'll keeping this for understanding purpose. Okay, so I will put my admission date because this admission date is always at a higher side, right? So this previous date is my
Mm-hmm.
this previous discharge